Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Ooh, cool out today too. Loving this cool weather here before the summertime hits because we have no spring here. It's just like it's cool or hot, one or the other. Looks like a couple little waves out there. Some surfers waiting for some little knee-high nuggets to come through. And does he get this one? Kind of rolls past him. God, but it looks like a beautiful day to be out there, even if you're floating on your board. Monkey Hammer frickin' Friday again. Maybe? I don't know. Looks like we've had most of our monkey hammering this whole week, and it may have subsided a little bit today. I don't know. I took a look at spot prices. It was about the same as it was yesterday. However, I suspect that they're not done, and we'll see what happens here. So let's talk about a few things here. What caused this down market and why it's only temporary and why you don't need to worry about it unless you had to sell. But if you don't have to sell, just put the stuff away and wait. Our day will come. It won't be long from now. In fact, I've been saying for a while, these provide us good, this monkey hammering provides us good opportunity to buy dips for those that want to buy the dips. And it also shakes out, it's hopefully with the amount of pressure on these short positions in gold and silver and these paper markets, hopefully it's going to shake out some of these big hands that have been manipulating, monkey hammering these markets for quite some time. I think they're going to find that it's not worth it, and we're going to go into an article about that very shortly. So the shakeout, who's going to shake out who? Are the shorts going to shake out the long guys, or the longs going to shake out the shorts? Well, I kind of think this is a battle that the longs are going to win, and that people that are holding real physical metals, not paper products. If you're holding paper products, you suck right now. I mean, you suck, but your product sucks right now. ETFs, contracts. Look at the price of. If you have real gold or silver in your hand right now, you can actually sell it for more than what that ridiculous paper price has been showing us lately. So. First, I told you I'm going to start answering comments. I was going to do a little weekend special where I answered comments from the day's prior show. But I figured out that it would end up being an hour or two on Sundays doing that. And plus, I want to go out surf and fish and stuff and not really do videos on weekends unless I have to. So I'm going to do the answering of the questions from yesterday's video. I'll see how long I can do this, and if you guys like it, let me know. What I'll do is I'll look at the prior day's video, and I'll answer as many questions as I can in the comment section. And I'm going to start with this. Yesterday's video was fake gold, silver prices are good. And I think some may have mistaken what I'm trying to say there. When I was saying it's good for the buyers, and it's good for the fact that this manipulation is out there and people can see it, and it's, because nothing gets fixed unless you can recognize it's happening. You can't fix a problem you don't see. And I think a lot of people in this world are beginning to see the manipulations that are happening in their life from the day they're born, whether it's markets, whether it's the rules and going to Vegas or whatever. They can even change the rules on you. Whether it's elections, whether it's gold and silver markets, equity markets, bond markets, whatever it is. I think we're all kind of waking up, and this is good. I think this is good. So this is one of the reasons when I said that fake gold and silver prices are good. They're good for a lot of reasons. The headline there really was made to get some folks to click it and say, well, why is he saying this is good? And I hope I explained it well in the video why I thought why I thought this manipulation is good. Again, a couple reasons. First, now it's in the open. People recognize it. And of course, if you know how the game is rigged, it makes it much easier for you to play and win. And we know how the game is rigged now, so we can play it and we can win it. So we have the strong hand as far as the manipulation goes. And as far as lowering prices, hey, listen, that's great. If they can lower these spot prices, we're going to just keep demanding delivery of physical products from them. So, they can lower the prices as much as they want, and we'll keep asking for the gold and silver instead of their useless and worthless paper that they're trying to pawn off on us. Again, that's my opinion. Let me take a look at the comments yesterday. Psycho Killer. Wow, okay, that would be real nice to you, dude. Satoshi Nakamoto means Central Intelligence in Japanese. Look it up, created by the NSA back in the 70s. CIA is certainly involved. I looked it up a little. I did a show on cryptos and stuff a little while back ago. You'll see it in my little catalog of videos for our YouTube page. And we talked about cryptos a little bit, and I did read that. And oddly enough, it seems to be verified that the There is some kind of connection between the word Satoshi and I forget what it was in Nakamoto, which means one means intelligence and one means central. I think Satoshi means central. It has something to do with the Asian word central, and Nakamoto means something to do with intelligence. So you can look that up online. I saw that too, Psycho Killer, and you know, it makes me question it. And really, I can't say for sure that it was created in the 70s, and I don't have proof of it or data that I can prove this, and I don't think you do either, but we have strong feelings about it, and I agree with you, sir. I'm not certain that the CIA is certainly involved with it. However, I do question who is involved with it. Who, you know, it does have its beginnings on Silk Road. It didn't come from Silk Road, but it had nefarious beginnings. Bitcoin did nefarious beginnings, and it had its a big start as far as the public finding out about it from Silk Road. And then we find out that we were told it's completely anonymous, and that's why some of these criminals were using it. Then we find out it's not anonymous. It keeps a perfect trail. It makes you wonder who created that. Was it somebody looking to catch bad guys using this form of payment systems? I don't know. But if you remember, the guy for Silk Road went down pretty big, and the FBI took a lot of Bitcoin at that time. However, those kind of beginnings, combined with the fact that we don't know who created Bitcoin, and we really don't. It could be the CIA, it could be this. It could really be Satoshi Nakamoto, or it could be Kim Jong in Korea, or it could be the Chinese Secret Services, or the Israeli Secret Service, or the United States. We don't know. That is a problem. That's what really concerns me about people dumping their money in this product, or this cyber product, or whatever you want to call it. Because you really, if anyone can actually grab one and hold it in their hand and show it to me, please do. But this product has a really shady beginnings and a shady origin. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. Well, anyway, Psycho Killer, I really appreciate that reply. And then you also said, he says, always tell the truth. Then you got me here. And then he says manipulation is good. That confused you a little bit. However, if you take a look at the video, I do say always tell the truth, and it's very, very important to tell the truth. And what have I done in my videos? I've told the truth. And I've explained why I said, I didn't say manipulation is good. If you take a look here, fake gold and silver prices are, well, I guess I kind of said that. Fake, manipulation, same thing. However, if you read into exactly what I was saying, it's only good, Mr. Psycho Killer, and I think you would agree. You believe in the CIA stuff, and you believe in people being manipulated, I presume, based on your name and the fact that you believe the CIA is involved. And again, I don't deny that that's a possibility. However, you got to admit that people realizing things are rigged and manipulated. Once the awakening starts, when people realize, hey, that's not what I thought it was, this is good, is it not, sir? Well, anyway, tell me what you think and comment there, Mr. Psycho Killer. And really, Killer. I called you Killer instead of Killer. Mr. Psycho Killer. Let me know what you think here, sir, and make a comment in there. And I really appreciate you watching as well. Keep It Real says, this was a weak attempt at putting a squeeze on silver. I presume, Keep It Real, that you're talking about the silver squeeze at Wall Street, not Wall Street Bets, on Reddit, the Reddit at Silver Squeeze. I kind of signed up for that page. I took a look, and it seemed to be a lot of inexperienced people making comments and jumping in, kind of like Wall Street Bets. I mean, there's a few smart people on there that are driving the herd, and are they driving them off a cliff? I don't know. But as far as the at Silver Squeeze, I like the concept, the fact that these guys got the idea that they're going to need to buy physical and to put this squeeze on. And even if their idea might be a little misguided, that they think they can knock the rails off the short positions, because this has been happening before this short squeeze. Before at short squeeze and Wall Street Bets was even created, we've had problems with physics. I've been doing this since 1977 and full time. A little bit after that, I started working for my family business. But I watch these markets. I understand these markets, and this silver squeeze has been happening well before Wall Street Bets even became a dream. We've had issues with supplying silver for the last couple of years. It's only gotten worse, and the fact that mines and everything were closed down because of the virus has even exacerbated the problem, supply and demand problem going on here. Yes, potentially you could look at the Reddit at Squeeze, Silver Squeeze, as kind of weak, and it kind of is in the grand scale of things. But remember, they still were able to pump up through the publicity and through some people buying. They were able to pump up the price of silver by $3. Silver is extremely small market. That's why these big whales love it. It doesn't take much to move it and move it around. They don't have to use a lot of capital. It is a really small market, guy. So anyways, that's my opinion there. Was an amazing thought, exciting at first glance, agree with you 100% there, and it's still happening. At Silver Squeeze guys, they're just the small guys. The Silver Squeeze has been going on for a while there, keep it real. So before them, and it's much bigger than those Reddit guys. And it's been happening for a while. However, turned out not to be able to have any legs, only a windfall for the sellers with the run-up in premiums. Well, there's no windfall for sellers at all, really, because there are no sellers. I've been buying in this market for the last year. We've had very few sellers or capitulation by people that have bought gold and silver. They're not selling it, even at these high premiums right now. You figure with Silver Eagles with this high premium that all I would be getting, like I'm on the front lines. I'm a soldier on the front lines. I'm a retail buyer and seller of precious metals and a wholesaler as well. So I see the front lines. I see who's buying, who's selling. I'm not in some back room making trades on paper or phones. I see physical product changing hands. And I can tell you, and people that are in the business that do exactly what I do can tell you that there is not physical coming in the door. There is very little physical, so people are not taking advantage of these premiums, and so that's really not true, sir. And it's not been a windfall for the sellers because of premiums. It's going to be a windfall for precious metal holders when all this bullshit manipulation is done and the price starts to go where it needs to go. Probably get purchases again in the teens sometime this year. I don't think you're going to see, keep it real, I don't think you're going to see teens. The only way we're going to see teens is like what happened in 2008 when we saw a complete collapse of the economic system. You remember that when the whole world was coming to an end. Lehman Brothers went out of business or went bankrupt. Everybody thought the world was going to end. Well, at that time, people would say, well, gold and silver would absolutely skyrocket. No, gold and silver, paper markets. The paper markets got killed. That's because people sold gold and silver positions to cover their other positions in bonds, equities, whatever it is they own. So it did drop the paper price of gold and silver dramatically in 2008. But following quickly, we had the same issue with premiums. We had huge premiums on Gold Eagles at that time. Almost an exact situation with premiums right now that we had in 2008. Very similar, I can tell you that for sure. So I don't think you're going to see teens, and if you do see teens in silver, I don't think you're going to buy it for any less of a premium that's going on right now. $7, $8, $10, maybe even higher. It's tough to say. We'll see what happens, though. I don't have a crystal ball. Hey, thanks for watching. Keep it real. Suffer no fools. Doggy coin to the moon. I guess you're talking about Dogecoin. Don't know much love about it. William, love you too. And remember, love you can mean many different things, and I do love you on a couple different levels. So, hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I presume you like watching the show. And I like the fact that people watch it and that are enjoying it like yourself. Thanks, William. Sergio Rosario, the Reserve Bank of Australia bought double the amount of Australian bonds a few days while its currency fell against the U.S. dollar, and so did gold and silver. That's why. Do me a favor, Sergio. I didn't really read any links on that, on Australia buying double amount of Australian bonds, and I think that's what we're having happen here in the United States. We've got the Fed buying treasuries, and you know, there's a lot of really behind-the-scenes stuff going on that's not too good here. We got problem with repo right now. Again, currencies fell against the U.S. dollar. Provide a link there for me, and I'll read into it. Thanks for watching, Sergio. Bab777, I didn't know anything about Bitcoin. I looked up, amazing how much energy it uses. China has one of the biggest mining for Bitcoin operations, I heard. You know, I don't know if China has a big mining operation for Bitcoin, because my understanding is that it is illegal to own Bitcoin in China. That would be kind of like, well, you can't own it, but we're going to mine it. I'm not sure that's necessarily true, but I'd like to see a link to it, sir. Or ma'am, I'm not quite sure who I'm talking to. I can see a little picture there. It looks like a sir. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, and I got to admit, I don't either, sir. John Mancuso says tomorrow is Friday. You were right the first time. I caught that yesterday. Oh, man. Sometimes I just lose track of what day it is. I don't know if you do the same, but thanks, John. Thanks, I appreciate it. I did catch it afterwards. Landshark, 7130. Pick up the phone. That means Oh, that's me seeing what you have in stock. Well, I guess you call me a little bit after 4 p.m. or before 9:30 because we usually don't pick up the phone before then or after then. Sorry about that, Landshark. I'll be on the phone after between 10 and 4 today, so if you get a chance to call, please do. Hey, and thanks for watching again. G Usury, I stack for my grandchildren, so the long count is what I'm all about. You will never go wrong buying gold or silver. I don't even care what price level you're at. If you're buying it to put it away for the kids or the grandkids, you'll do fine. Even if you buy at the high, you're fine, and eventually they're going to do very well with it because, I mean, just look at the historical chart with gold and the U.S. dollar. It's just going to continue that way, in my opinion. So good job, G Usury. Tom Robinson, I see spot going lower, but premiums are higher, so I don't see a point in buying. My local coin seller never seems to have any gold to sell as prices are falling, but has plenty of gold as it's high. I think your local coin guy, I'm not sure who it is, I don't want to speak for other people, but I do know, speaking for myself, that it has been very difficult to get product at any kind of, I know some of the biggest wholesalers in the country on precious metals. I deal with one of the largest refiners in the world. I talk to people there, I'm friendly with different guys, and there is a shortage of saleable, retailable product out there. It's a genuine shortage. And he's probably having the same problem we are, finding it, and when you do find it, the premiums are ridiculous. In fact, if a lot of you guys watch this show next week, I'm going to do a little show. I'm going to show you and tell you exactly what I pay for certain products. I'll try to do that next week if I remember. Let me see. As present, but plenty as gold is high. Well, usually, common sense tells you that when gold is high, a lot of people would be selling into it as well, and you'd have product coming in. But that's not even the case. It's not just been coming in. You'd think you'd have a lot of product in with prices low, but no, not at all. Mr. Robert, how you doing there? The recent Monkey Hammer Precious Metals is trying to shake us out. It's funny you said that. I just did a little shakeout thing. Where's my shakeout? Right there, I did a shakeout. Ooh, we're on the same plane there, sir. This is a psychological battle we can win by buying and holding. I agree with you. This is a battle between long and shorts. I think the shorts have to lose this battle. They will, but meanwhile, they're going to knock the shit out of the paper prices as much as they can to get their positions done. And it is a battle. Now stop reading the comments and get in some fishing. Oh my God, look how beautiful it is out here, sir. I'll do one more shot. Oh, no, there it is right there. It is a beautiful day, and it is 63. It's like California weather here as far as the temperature goes. And look at that sky. I'd love to get out there, sir. And in fact, I would tomorrow, except now this tomorrow goes up to 20-mile-per-hour winds every weekend. It's beautiful during the week, and then when I get my time off, anyone else have that issue? You get your time off and the weather sucks on the weekend? Well, anyway, hey, I hope you like this little me answer in the comments. I'm going to get on to the rest of the show, but I'm going to make it quick here because I don't want to make it. I did a 45-minute show yesterday, and I do apologize. I hope I didn't bore the hell out of some of you folks. I really like this guy. I'm kind of friends with him on Facebook, Charles Hugh Smith. He's a brilliant writer. He brings up a lot of good points, something that we've been talking about. When does this travesty of a mockery of a sham finally explode? How many more times do we have to watch Jay Powell claim his speculative bubble isn't a bubble and that his massive expansion of billionaires' fortune will magically create jobs for all those living in the real world? He's created of stagnation, social depression, inequality. In other words, when will this travesty of a mockery of a sham finally implode? When will the universe tire of lies and fraud? Remember what I was talking about this yesterday and today. This is why I said that, people are starting to recognize, like with these manipulated gold and silver markets and the manipulated stock markets and the manipulated elections and the manipulated this and that. People are starting to realize the manipulation. This is a major awakening, folks, and this is why I say it's good. It's good. This bad stuff is good in the way that people are starting to recognize it. We will all know the status quo's response for the global financial meltdown of 2008 has been a travesty of a mockery of a sham. Smoke and mirrors, phony facades, recovery, simulacrum, reform, serial bubble blowing, and political expedient can kicking, all based on borrowing and print. This is why you don't have to worry about these temporary manipulated bullshit down markets with paper. A couple reasons you don't have to worry, because number one, if you have physical, it's bringing way more what the paper price is showing. And the other thing is, we know how this ends. Borrowing and printing trillions of dollars, yen, euros, and yuan, quataloos, etc., and funneling them to financiers, corporations, monopolies, cronies, and billionaires. This is how this ends, folks. Geez, I don't want to sound so negative. Really good article we're going to read here. I'm going to go to, this guy's very smart too, and you can read this for free. Go to of2minds.com by Charles Hugh Smith. You can put him in your bookmark up there. I would. He writes a lot of really good stuff. And this particular article is, when does this travesty of a mockery of a sham finally implode? I can't read the whole thing to you because I don't want to be here for 2 hours, but a couple points here I'm going to make. He makes a few points himself down here, 1, 2, and 3. Let me see. Where is that one thing? Here, questions down here. I'm going to let you read this stuff yourself, and really, please do, because, again, I don't want to be here for 2 hours, and you guys know how to read, and you'll get it like I did. Let me see here, 1 second. Jay Powell. Ask yourself, how is that jobs that paid $12 in 1985 still pay $12 an hour today? This is also true. How much does that $12 buy now compared to what it could buy in 1985? Precious little. And this is the issue we're having, folks. Look at the dollar. It keeps buying less and less and less. And wages haven't gone up dramatically since then. Now, they can try to force wages up, but what they're going to do is bankrupt the system. The system is kind of screwed in a way. And this is why you want to own gold and silver. Jay Powell, anyway. Read the rest of this yourself so I can move on to another article. Of2minds.com. It's by Charles Hugh Smith. Again, I recommend you bookmark him. He really writes some good stuff. And his article here is, when does this travesty of a mockery of a sham finally implode? Good read, folks. Ignoring, this is on ZH, again, another site that you can read their articles for free. Just go to zerohedge.com and you'll find this article, Ignore Years of Silver Price Manipulation, Orwellian CFTC Goes After Reddit Apes. I just kind of, my jaw dropped on this. Really? Years of manipulation by major investment companies and big corporations, and they're going after a group on Reddit because they're trying to corner the price of silver. But there were some key points made in here as well. The CFTC, which is a government agency, is closely monitoring recent activity in the silver markets. The Commission is communicating with fellow regulators, the exchanges, and stakeholders to address any potential threats to the integrity of derivatives markets for silver, and remain vigilant in surveilling these markets for fraud and manipulation. And what it really means, although a short statement from the CFTC, it signaled panic on Wall Street and in Washington that the @silver squeeze triggered demand surge in physical silver. Well, it did. It really did, folks. It kind of brought some more attention to it. But as I said earlier in this video, this silver squeeze and this silver shortage started well over a year ago, a year and a half ago at least. The @silver squeeze thing on Reddit simply just amplified it some and gave it more publicity and more legs. Demand in physical silver could pressure the supply side and thus trigger the collapse of gigantic ongoing paper silver trading charade. That would be your ETFs and your COMEX and your London markets, guys. When we've been talking about this for a long time, they don't own the metal to back up the paper. And that's exactly what the CFTC is not here to protect us. They're here to protect the big bullion banks and make sure they don't go out of business because we're doing the right thing. Remember I talked about the Hunt brothers and how a lot of people thought the Hunt brothers did something illegal, but no, they follow the rules. And the bankers and the rule makers change the rules on the Hunt brothers. And that's what they want to do here. So fraud and manipulation. Oh, jeepers. What did I just do? I just lost that. Sorry about that. Well, hey, listen, it's a long article again. Highly recommend you read this. I could go on, and again, I don't want to make these, I want to keep these shows kind of short. So it's ZH, Ignoring Years of Silver Price Manipulation, Orwellian CFTC Now Goes After the Reddit Apes. And basically the headline explains most of it, but definitely a good read. And you want to know why they're going after them. That's exactly why. They're afraid. We're doing a good job, folks. We're going to squeeze them on physical. Yesterday's markets were a result of this. Look, Dow Jones is up 69 points, but yesterday it was down about 300. And the reason, let's take a look at, just updated again, down 59. NASDAQ was down like 300 points yesterday. It's down about 59 right now. S&P was down, what, 1.5% yesterday. And it's up a little bit this morning as well. And the dollar index is down a little bit, but take a look at this spike from yesterday, 92.12. This has a lot to reason. This is the reason that equity markets fell, besides the fact that Powell opened up his mouth, his pie hole. He really didn't say nothing yesterday, just created markets. These are fake markets. When a guy can open his mouth and make markets go one way or another, there's nothing natural or free market about that. There's nothing supply and demand about that, folks. And that's exactly what we got going on. Massive manipulations and bubbles. U.S. dollar index, now here's why gold is weak right now and silver is weak, supposedly, is because we've got dollar strength here. And yesterday, I think the treasuries are up. Where are they at right now? 1.59. They're up a little bit again. Again, dollar strength. U.S. Treasuries is up. They were up to 1.6 on Monday or something like that. But think about that. 1.59, 1.6, and people get excited about that. That doesn't cover even the cost of inflation. Or why would you invest your money in a 10-year Treasury note? It's negative. It's a negative yield in the long run. It's just ridiculous. However, that's the mainstream thought with most people, and most people are like sheep. They'll just follow what CNBC or Bloomberg or one of the other talking heads or corporations tells them to do. Well, I'm going to keep this report short. Going to go straight into spot prices here, and let's see what happens. It was a little below 1,700 this morning. Let me just refresh this and see if it's still holding on to that 1704. Nope, there we go again. I've been noticing that we've been getting monkey hammered in New York this last week, not in the late night markets or in the European or Asian markets. It's been New York that's getting monkey hammered, chipped away a little bit at a time. My last update about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, was 1704, and as you can see, 1694. Let's see what the range is. It did dip at that 1688 mark and a high of 1707 today. Silver is still hanging on to 25. It's in that mid-20 ranges. You know, I'm really surprised with the monkey hammering that gold got, that silver didn't get monkey hammered more, but it's not over. So we'll see. As I said, provides a good opportunity to buy the dips here, folks. And what were the ranges on silver today? 25 between today and yesterday, 25 to 25.47, and platinum getting chipped away at as well. But meanwhile, as I said, buy physical, buy local, buy the dips. If you follow those three pieces of advice I give you right there, you're going to do extremely well here. And again, don't worry about these lower prices. It's just simply these guys doing what they normally do and trying to get into our market and get into our pockets. But they won't do it. Let me take a look at product 2, and if you want to know why I'm not too worried, take a look at APMEX. And by the way, I think APMEX is an honest company. Wouldn't if you don't have a local dealer within an hour or two of travel distance, you know, because like I said, I'm all about keeping the money local. Then APMEX, JM, SD, Bullion, and I forget the other guy, JM or something. They're all reputable companies. However, remember, I can beat their prices, but I only deal locally. So if you deal local, there's no need to order off these online guys. I can beat their prices. If you're not local, then again, I recommend buying local if you can. If you can't, you know, buy from the online guys. Just pick out your favorite one. 1 ounce American Eagles, as you can tell here. Why we're sitting at what, a gold price? What are we showing for gold right now? $16.94. Look what a frickin' eagle costs. $17.9. That's almost $200. And typically these things have only been $65 over the price of gold. So I mean, these are trading at $130, $120 premium, $130. So I mean, what that really tells me is that gold should at least be at $17.94, $18, at least $1,800 in the real world based on physical prices. And bars and those other products the same way. Let's take a look at the silver real quick too, and look at the premiums on silver. Again, I can beat all these prices, no worries, but look at the premiums on silver. 30, 33, and what are we showing for silver? What 25 now, but almost $25 per ounce even. Oh my God, that's a ridiculous, not a ridiculous premium. The spot prices are absolutely ridiculous because anyone that thinks that APMEX, JM, or any guys, including myself, like I said, I can beat their prices, but even my prices, anybody thinks that that I'm just charging more, you're crazy. We're having to pay more and we're struggling. Atmex, JM, SD, all these guys, including myself, we're struggling to find product out there. And when we do find product, it's big premiums to get it. So it's not about greedy dealers or ridiculous premiums. It's about ridiculous spot prices. Don't forget I said that. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Buy the dips, buy the local, and everything will be cool. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 for price updates, any products that you may need, and for the best deal of the day. Happy to help you out with that. Don't forget to check out our other videos on our YouTube page. And where's my YouTube page? There we go. I think, here, there it is right there. There's our other videos on our YouTube page, and I'm really surprised at the growth we have. I'm really just a little local guy, and I'm really only trying to play to my local audience, but I'm surprised that we get a lot of people outside the local audience watching. But here's my other videos: gold and silver pro tips, gold and silver reports, which we do daily. These we don't do as often. I need to do some more. And some Bitcoin stuff I talked about below as well. And my customer testimonials, which will probably bore you, but they are true and they are real. Well, hey, thanks for watching. If there's anything crazy that happens today, I'll do another show. And if I get really bored on the weekend and I can't go surfing, I can't go fishing or anything, I'll do another video somehow. I'll think of something cool to do. Meanwhile, have yourself a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. And as I said, if nothing crazy happens today, I will talk to you on Monday. Bye now.